Are you ready? Are we gonna film this video or not? You don't want to? You need to be good girls. You need to be good girls. Good puppies. All right, come over here. Hello, my name is Kate and welcome to Habits of a Modern Hippie. And today is a much requested video. I literally just got Tinkerbell whiskers up my nose. That was fun. Maybe gonna sneeze, maybe not so much. All right, but yeah, so this video is super requested. It is all about traveling with dogs. It's actually gonna be a two-parter. So part one is traveling in a car, and part two is going to be traveling by airplane. But with the holidays coming up, so it's kind of a good thing to kind of know, especially if you have a new pup, things like that are going on. You're not new, sweet pea. But yeah, so I have a notebook down here, so if you see me like looking for something, that's what's going on. I didn't want to forget anything, but I go on road trips with my dogs all the time, to my mom's place in the mountains, cross country a couple of times because you girls are crazy. But yeah, so these are just some tips and tricks and things like that that will make your road trip experience with your pups a little bit better. So tip number one is to go to the vet before you go on any long road trips. Make sure that your pups are up to date on vaccinations, all of that fun stuff. Make sure they're healthy enough to travel. And some places actually ask for vaccination certificates, things like that. So I usually carry around a folder with extra rabies, their microchip information, all of that fun stuff, all of their important documents in a folder. And I always take that everywhere when I'm going on a trip. Doesn't matter how long or short the trip is, God forbid something happens and you need their information, all of that is going to be there. You can actually, when you're at the vet for your checkup, have them print out any pertinent documents, and so you don't even have to like go through your files. You'll just have everything that's current on right on hand. The girls are just not sitting still today. But tip number two is make sure that if your dog is microchipped, to have their chips completely up to date. I always check in to make sure they have my most current address, my most current phone number, and I also have a couple of other phone numbers on file. So if I'm out of the country, if I'm away on a trip, things like that, and someone needs to get a hold of me because God forbid my dogs fly away somewhere, you girls won't run away, will you? No. You have another number to contact just in case you are unavailable. And so a lot of chip places you can add that as well. If you do not have your dog microchipped, one, I would absolutely recommend it. Hi Tinkerbell, can you lie down? Oh, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Oh, there's a good puppy. Oh, are you so comfortable? Are you so comfortable? One, I would absolutely recommend it. And two, make sure that their tags are up to date. So if they have a hang-on tag, one, that's always a great idea to keep it on any collars, harnesses, all of that. I have multiples with both of the dogs' names and my phone numbers on them for everything they wear. And make sure that that is up to date as well, because a lot of times anxiety and not so fun stuff like that can happen while you're traveling, so you want to make sure that you're prepared for everything. Tip number three is book dog-friendly accommodations early. A lot of times when you're traveling, dog rooms, even if they say the hotel is dog friendly, they only have a certain amount of dog rooms, so book those early. One of my favorite websites for this is bringfido.com. I'll also link all of this stuff down in the description below. But bringfido.com, you can type in where you're going and it will give you a list of dog-friendly activities, restaurants, hotels, all of that. And you can literally book the hotel right on there. When I went out to LA with these girls for your crazy little photo shoot that you guys have seen all over their Instagram, I booked my hotel out there through that bringfido.com, and it was super simple, beautiful hotel right off of the Santa Monica Pier. Also, another thing to book beforehand, if you are going on a road trip because you're doing an event, something of the sort, if you're going to go somewhere that your dogs can't be, things like that, especially weddings, make sure that you book dog care beforehand. So if you can find a dog walker, if your hotel has like dog check-ins or playtimes, things like that. It's a really great thing to look into. You could always use a service like Rover. I use Rover a lot when I'm gone, and Rover is just like you can pre-book dog sitters, things like that online, and you can find those all around the country. You girls are super needy today. Are you really needy? Yeah? You are? Tip number 4 is overpack. I know normally overpacking is not the best idea, but when it comes to traveling with dogs, it's always better to have more than not enough, especially when it comes to things like food. You don't want to be on a vacation, everything is already kind of wonky to begin with, and then have to switch dogs' food because you can't find the right kind, something like that, that leads to digestive issues or some not so fun accidents in a hotel room, things like that. So always overpack. And I actually, dog fur in my mouth, thank you. I always have an emergency bag. This one just hangs out in the back of my car, so actually let's go ahead and see what's in it. So because I do travel with my dogs in my car quite a lot, we're up and down in the mountains, hiking, visiting friends, all of that all around Denver, I carry a bunch of stuff that's super necessary in the back of my car. So obviously I have food. This is the regular food that my dogs eat. It's the I Am Loving You brand, but it's a really small bag. This one's still sealed, so it's super fresh. But if I ever get caught somewhere, end up staying overnight where I hadn't expected it, I always have food in the back. Same thing with water. Normally, I usually have 2 water bottles in, but I just used one for hiking. And so if you ever forget water for the dogs, things like that, you've got water in there. And to go along with the food and water, I have collapsible bowls. These actually need to be cleaned out because there's food in the bottom of them. Super simple. You can put them onto your hiking pack, or you can just use them for obviously the food and water here. A extra leash and an extra collar. This actually came in handy. I was on my way home maybe about a week ago, and there was a dog in the middle of the road in my neighborhood, and people were just flying past him, and he didn't have a leash on or anything, but I got out and I was like, all right, let's go knock on some doors and see if this is their dog. And so I just popped my leash on, and we ended up being able to find his parents that way. He was microchipped and had one of those home again tags on, so I ended up having to call the microchip people, and they got a hold of the owners for me, so I walked him back home with an extra leash. And a collar works as well. This one is one of Miko's. It has my phone number on it. Let's see. We've got treats. Super necessary. Once again, these are still sealed because they're my emergency pack. You girls got really excited about that. I'm sorry. No treats right now. Extra dog poop bags. Yeah, are you really excited about those? What do you think you're doing? No, those aren't for eating. Then I also have these. These, I got a whole bunch of them on Amazon. I'll link them below. But they are little light up guys that I put on their collars if we're ever traveling at night. They have them hanging off of their harnesses, but these guys you can just pop on, and I always have a new set, and they're really, really inexpensive, and so they flash. I don't know if you can see that in these lights, but they flash in a bunch of different ways, and those are just smart to have around, especially if you're on a road trip. You end up on the side of the road in the middle of the night. You want to make sure that if you have to let your dogs out, they've got some torp of light on them. A lot of people have reflective bits on leashes and collars, but because collars, obviously you can't see them through their fur, those aren't helpful, so something like a flashing light works. And then last but not least, because I am constantly in the snow, this is Musher's Secret. I have a little one and a big one, and this is just a wax paw balm that was just melted snow that came out. Just a wax paw balm that will help protect your dog's feet from snow, hot surfaces, things like that. So always a good thing to have. And now I made a mess. And this will pop right back into the back of my car. And then tip number 5, if you were wondering what this giant thing over here is, it is our car travel crate. Now, this is a brand called Impact Crates. I'm gonna pop in some cutaways here that show you how easy this thing is. I love it. It was one of those things that, yes, it was sent to me, the dogs, they reached out and they're like, hey, can we send you one of these? And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. And then I got it, and it's even better than a great idea. You guys know I don't share things that I don't believe in, and this is one of those things that I was like, this makes life so much easier. But I'll pop in some cutaways about how easy it is to fit into the back of the car, how easy it is to open. But this is a really high quality crate. I got a giant size, so both of my dogs can sleep in here, because for me, this is just gonna be for car travel and traveling like that through the holidays instead of plane travel. But you absolutely can use some of these different Impact Crates in a plane travel capacity as well. I'll link to their website so you can look at all of their different ones. Not for the life of me remember what this crate is called, but I will put that on the screen here somewhere. But yes, super high quality, and I will show you a couple things that I love about this. Let's see if we can actually get it in frame. Oh. It's not super heavy. I can pick it up on my own. It's really easy to maneuver. It has a handle on the top, so you can pick it up like this. And then if you want to pick it up to send in sideways, they have two handles on the side as well. Everything is metal, super high quality plastic, and all of the things that clip it together, whoa, I'm just gonna make so much noise now, are all really heavy duty metal. So everything snaps in and out, super, super easy. And we are gonna reset the camera so you guys can see how this gets set up, but I love it. So you see it can come super flat, those handles, and then it also comes with these, which are their sidebars. But let's go ahead and set this up. Gonna undo these sides. All right, hair is a pain in the butt. Let's get this washer up. Yes, forwards and onto the sides. They pop out. Watch it, girl. Go down. Let's pop it first. All right, come here, girls. Good girl, come on, Tink. Good fluffies. And it doesn't open, you can't open it at all until the super easy just pops open that way. Good girls. What do you think? Yeah, you like it? Go back in. What's in there? Good job. In. Go, go, go. What are you doing? And now that this big boy is all set up, the last tip number 6 for you is if your dog has anxiety. So Tinkerbell has had anxiety, separation anxiety, all of that fun stuff since she was a puppy. So when it comes to car rides, they get a little nervous. Usually it's not for an excessive amount of time, but it is long enough that it can be super annoying. Hi, sweet girl, come here. So when it comes to that, I like to use Rescue Remedy. They have a Rescue Remedy for dogs that has no alcohol in it. Hi. I actually used the last bit of that for my trip to LA, so this is just the regular like human Rescue Remedy. I need to get some of the new stuff. But this is like a homeopathic anti-anxiety. You just spray it on their tongue. It tastes kind of funny. What do you think? Yeah, it tastes a little funny, huh? But super great, super calming. We're actually right about to go to bed. So that'll help you sleep a little bit, huh? But yeah, so that's really great. And I also, this is my puppy dry shampoo that actually has lavender essential oil in it. lavender essential oil is so great for calming down dogs, all of that fun stuff. It's gonna make them smell really great, but it also calms them down. I have the recipe for this, an actual video that I'll link somewhere on the screen. But you just use a little bit of this, mush it down into their fur, and they will smell good, feel great, and it can help calm them down. So I would love to know if you guys are going anywhere fun for the holidays and if you have any tips when it comes to traveling with these dogs. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. You want more? No. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will pop all of those links down below, so everything that I mentioned here will be in that description box, and we will see you again soon. Bye. Say bye. Goodbye. Good girl. Come here. Oh.